What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play The Ball. Today we are going to be going through Teotl I. So let's start this up. After passing through the gate, you find yourself inside a golden city. But the beauty of this place hides great perils. Navigating this lush, humid maze with the ball in tow, you must avoid death. Death by what, I wonder? Death by mummies? Death by spike traps? Death by diabetes, maybe? Just a lot of possibilities. You're being a little vague here, game. Push, push, push my ball gently into this lake. Oh, if this was Dishonored, I would be possessing these fish right now. It's a really weird way to start.
With their guidance, mankind built the cities of Teotl, deep inside the violent mountain, safe from the furies of the netherworld, until the caretakers wrought the plague. And so mankind fled back into the daylight and left them buried. They must never get out.
I'm sorry, did he just say the netherworld? And of course, we get this nice sweeping overview of the entire level. We are about 3/5 of the way through the game, give or take. Let me get the ball up the hill real quick. And as such, the puzzles are going to start becoming much more elaborate. And they're going to start encompassing wider areas of the levels. But first, dive into the lake, get one secret. Adversity is a patient trait. Honing our influence is much like gouging the Teotl from its shell. We learn that beasts are changed by the gift as well as man. The gift. First, the worms in the soil beneath the Teotl I doubled in length. Then monkeys wielded spears and turned on each other. The apes swam to their deaths, and we must have the patience beasts cannot. Oh, Jesus, I'm drowning? I forgot there was even a drowning mechanic in the game. Why would they put a secret underwater so far out that you could start drowning? Oh, wait, I can pop up here. Good, good, good. And go in the wrong damn direction. That's okay, we will drag the ball along to our first... I hesitate to really call this a puzzle because it's just another floor switching deal. But it's actually more of a combat arena. Because we're going to trigger both of these. That giant crystalline obelisk is going to descend. And any minute now, shatter. Shatter. Is this not on the switch properly? There we go. Had to shatter it manually. Okay, now mummies are going to be everywhere. And this is probably going to be one of the most combat intense areas of the game, but even so, it's still just mummies, and that's no good. So we're just going to try to be as vigilant about watching all sides as possible. Just presence of mind will get you through this. Oh, and a little bit of luck sometimes. Mostly though, just running in circles. Mummies don't like circles, they hate it. Oh no, 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 no. I took too many hits for my own liking anyway. Is that it? No more? Let me crush up some of this blue meth. Pretty sure that's important for some reason that I don't remember. Either way, you can crush it. And the gate opened for us, so we're going to prop the ball up on the ledge here. As soon as it stops vibrating. And we will... Nothing in there. We'll take it with us into where the level really starts to open up And the game as well, really. Because like I said, the puzzles are going to become a lot more elaborate in this level, and they're going to encompass a lot more of the level itself. Like, they stop becoming small room-sized puzzles, and they start to become really interconnected. I can get down there. I'm trying to figure out early... I'm stuck. No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out early which of these 3 spike traps hides a secret passage. Because one of them does, and it's important that I try to figure out which one, lest I have to experiment and fall to my death at least 2 times to figure out which hole to jump in. Where's the... Oh. Sometimes I wonder about the way the ball tracks. Goddamn. I want to say it's the middle one. That would be my best guess. There's gonna be a little leap of faith, though. Leap of faith failed. So that was the middle one, which it clearly is not. How far back did this put me? Very far? This is the spike room, right? Yes, for once, spatial memory has not failed me. The problem I am facing right now is that I have utterly no clue which of these pitfalls contains the secret. So, I will cut ahead to after I've died enough to find it, I guess. Oh, yes. Having many heart attacks every time I make one of those leaps of faith. And you would never find that unless you knew where it is ahead of time. Unless you are very patient and have a lot of willingness to die to find secrets. Many citizens have gone to the Stargazer, speaking of ill omens and waking dreams. They speak of a secret in the Forbidden Place, a great mysterious power. To trespass is a sin graver than 1,000 deaths. They gave us the gift, and they can take it away, they being a proper noun here, referring to the gods, I guess? Still, the people speak. Want and desire will decide. People will ask questions, and, once asked... Ominous ellipses. The ellipses is never a happy punctuation. It's never used to signify happiness. And then, Cheryl asked me to the prom, ... It's like you just put an ellipses on anything, and it instantly becomes something of grave importance. Okay, so we have a tiny underground network here, which freaks me out a little bit because underground networks have not gone well for me in the past, and we have a little reference here, a little cute reference if you know where to go. And the reference is the website of a person who worked on the ball, who is a long time Unreal Engine developer. Okay, bear with me for just a second. It's this left and then a right. I hope. Yes, this leads to the secret, which I want 3 out of 4. The son of Quetzalcoatl, once a chieftain and now the ruler of all that lays under the banner of fire, has written a new law. The gods speak through me, he proclaimed. My will is as theirs. No man, woman, or child shall step foot into the forbidden place. The gift was given, and so can it be taken. We will praise with bloodletting on the next whole moon. So clearly these gods, mysterious figures, whatever they may be, have bestowed a great power on this fledgling nation or culture, or nation-state, city-state, what have you. I think I first need to retrieve me ball. And it seems as though the chieftain is jealously guarding that power. Oh, please come to me, ball. This is not good immediately. I even left the ball in a position where it would be easier to reacquire just for this reason. This is clearly not following the compass, but ooh. Oh, it's around this corner. Yeah, come to me, please, ball. More mummies. I should have just, before I started diving into the spike traps, pushed this into a more favorable position. What is the ball doing over there? I left it, like, at least in the middle. Oh, because I was pulling it towards me, and because the ball doesn't really have a pathing script it follows, it just goes straight towards you in a straight line. It will often get stuck on objects if you are not being proactive about positioning yourself so the ball can actually get to you. So I'm trying to figure out which puzzle I want to tackle first. This becomes a much more open area starting around here, and I'm not sure which puzzles I can do right now or which puzzles I need to set up a little bit. I cannot get the ball in here yet, I do believe. No, I don't even need the ball for this. I thought that was a ball switch just because of the orange glow. You know, they spend so much time color coding everything, and then the color coding goes a little bit out of the window. But we'll just drag these 2 blocks up the makeshift escalator. Trying my hardest not to call it an escalator. And then the other block is here-ish. How about here-ish? Oh no. Fidelity of control is something I brought up a couple times through these episodes. And while I really like the puzzles and how inventive some of them are and how just elaborate they get towards the middle and end game here, fidelity of control still not great, especially when you're manipulating blocks like this. Ideally, you would have a system like the ball where you can hold the button down and drag it towards you. You can maybe hold left click down to drag objects forward. I don't want it there. Why am I doing that? To drag objects forward, and it might work out a little bit better. As is, sometimes the block moving puzzles can be a bit of a headache. Not the worst, but certainly not the best. Now, is this the intended solution? I have to move this back a little bit. I can't remember what we're supposed to be doing with the other block. I know it has to elevator us up. I just don't remember how to get this placed properly. Yeah, because you do that. Oh, it goes up and down. I thought once the block was on the switch that it would just go straight up and stay there until the block was removed, which I guess wouldn't really make sense. It would make this puzzle a little tiny bit impossible. Just a little bit. Now that that switch out there has been lowered, that giant column with the player switch on top of it has been lowered, can we do this puzzle yet? I do not remember. I think this... I'm not sure. We're going to tackle a different puzzle right now, though. Bring the ball back with us to that watery area we were just in, instead of worrying about that pillar puzzle right now, because we have a different pillar puzzle that we can take care of that I know we can do right now. So we're going to drag the ball underwater. Oh, right. There's a drowning mechanic, too, so I can't forget that. It's very important not to drown. Maybe that's what the intro meant. To try not to die. Not by diabetes, but by drowning. This is just a little platforming puzzle. Does that bring it all the way down so that we can... no, it doesn't. So that we can now step on it, I was going to say, but that does not appear to be the case. Right, and again, this is what I was talking about before, where the ball doesn't really have pathing. It sometimes will try to ride the edges of geometry or of parts of the level, and it'll try to create a path for itself by riding the edge, but for the most part, it'll just get stuck if there isn't any object between you and the ball. So you have to be a little bit more proactive about keeping the ball within line of sight when you're trying to pull it towards you. Let's see, what about this area? This area looks like I came through here already. Yeah, because that's the spike pit room. Yeah, I don't want to go back here yet. There's something else I can do down here. I just have to find it real quick. There's, I think, at least one more major puzzle area right before that becomes a factor, I want to say. That's not it. What about behind me? Behind me, yeah, this is it. Come here, ball. Come on. Come on, you can make it to me. I wish the ball had a little bit of pathing AI, something that helped it navigate corners, at least. Just give the ball full-on AI. Make it Wheatley, yeah, make it Wheatley. Oh, why not? No. No. I have gotten myself all confused now and gone the wrong direction. I'm gonna go right. Or straight, depending on orientation. Or south or left, depending on orientation. This is just a simple way of opening the doorway ahead of us. The puzzle in the next room, though, can be a little bit annoying because of the way physics work. And I might accidentally have to show that off, but I don't want to because it's just time consuming and tedious if that happens. Hey, General Ram in the distance. He's just scoping us out like the G-Man. Alright, so there is a barge. Oh, fucking fireball people. Let me drown them real quick. Pretty sure they do not like the water too much. They're not fans. They are not fans at all. They will just drown. Now I'll lower the water because I think the water needs to be this low so that we can do something real quick, which is should be able to attach it. Yeah, I can. That's good. That's good. Good sign. Good sign. We will unattach it and take out either the left or the right entrance. Now we can actually place the ball up on the barge. And with that out of the way... Oh. Turn the mouse too quick. Where did that player switch go? It's probably behind me. No. Player switch is somewhere. What the f... Oh. Obscured by the column. Is there anything down there? No. Okay. Don't need to worry about missing the secret yet. Alright, I said the physics work weird here a little bit. You can see already the way the ball is bouncing for literally no reason. Sometimes if you press up against the ball too much, the physics go completely bonkers, and the ball starts like bouncing on your head and flying all over the room. It's less spectacular than that, and it's also time consuming to then lower the water level just so you can place the ball back on the barge. So that's why I'm not showing that off. If it was like zipping around the room at the speed of light like a goddamn pinball or something, maybe that would be worth showing off a little, but too time consuming otherwise. Now I totally don't remember what to do here. The water level is raised. Still don't remember what to do though, so we'll try a few things out. A little nervous about getting stuck on a puzzle because that presents the opportunities for things to go incredibly wrong. No, that just raised the water level out here, which should not be a problem, I don't think. No. No, it won't be. So I think we will get the chance to lower the water level again shortly, but first we can just do a couple things up here where I also think there's a secret up here. This is where things start to become a little bit fuzzy. I keep running into these beams on the ceiling, these awkwardly placed beams. There's nothing... that was the big loop around. Yeah, it makes me nervous to get lost around here, because I'm not confident in my ability to get myself unstuck or unlost in a timely manner. So there might be a cut ahead. Very awkward cut ahead. Oh man, I swear there's something to do here. Wait, I think I remember. Because now that the water level is high enough, it actually allows us to reach a couple things up here that we did not have access to before. Namely, this one single player switch. And now that should have lowered the column down there low enough to where we can actually get something done with that middle column. Oh, gotta get air, gotta get air. Alright, and the ball... Actually, are the bars still on the gate? Or do I have to hit the switch again to lower them? It doesn't look like they're still barring my progress. Barring my progress, huh? It's not really that much of a pun. That's like, literally, that's what they were and what they were doing, barring the progress. The ball is once again stuck, which is becoming a running theme. Absolutely terrible pathing, in a way. And it's awkward to control it from up here because you're floating around at the top trying to maintain air in your lungs. Because air is a very incrucial... What two words was I even trying to combine in my head? Important and crucial? Yes, an incrucial part of life is breath. Liu Kang used the element which brings life. There's a couple of those, Sonia. You talking about nitrogen or calcium or carbon or potassium? Never forget potassium. Potassium's the most important one. Use the element of boron to defeat Sub-Zero. I hear fireworks in the background. What is that all about? That's a little odd. Okay, now we can finally get up here. And all that does is unlock this gate. This is what I mean when I say the puzzles start encompassing much larger sections of the area, because we had essentially a hub, this being the central area of the hub, and we branched out into 4 or 5 different directions to solve little miniature puzzles that all contributed to the solving of one greater puzzle. It starts to become a lot more like a really good 3D Zelda dungeon where all of the puzzles individually are a part of a greater puzzle that encompasses the entire dungeon. And I really like that style of puzzle, especially for a game like this, which has such an atmosphere that supports that, just like going everywhere and doing everything. Explanation fell apart towards the end. Am I dragging the ball with me towards this end? No, I'm not. No, I am not. I am also almost... fuck this little mummy. I'm also pretty sure I missed a secret at some point. Because I think I should have 3 by now. In fact, I am pretty certain of that. So, I'm going to put this in place real quick. And then I am going to go and backtrack and check to see which puzzle I missed, because I don't want to hit a point of no return. I'm sorry, not puzzle I missed, secret. I should be 3 out of 4 by the time I get to this room. And I want to say the secret I missed was back in the flooded chamber. So I will check back on that in just a moment, and we'll do a little bit of cutting around. Alright, I'm sorry. What actually happened was that I just lost track of the number of secrets, so it's all good. So we are going to take our ball and go home. Or the exact opposite of going home, actually. We're going to go into this underground city, this subterranean lost Aztec City. About the farthest place from home we can be right now. Did I push this block out in the last segment? I did not push the block out for some reason? Did I not do that? Where is it? Oh, I already pushed it into the hole. Okay. Had a bit of a mental lapse exploring an area a second ago. Alright. So as we hit about the halfway mark of the level, we are going to start having more and more of these big, grand, long-term puzzles. This is kind of a pain to line up. Just making sure it moves in the correct way. It's like goddamn skee ball. You can't hit it too hard, otherwise it bounces up and misses where you want it to. Thank you! Go. Okay, now we are going to go into a section with more first-person platforming and lava. At least, yeah, a little bit of first-person platforming. Not as bad as last time. There's no Mirror's Edge. Say that much. Luckily, the first-person platforming is not too bad. We do get into kind of a labyrinth area later on. That was a nonchalant jump into what looked way closer than it should have been. Just barely burnt my ass a bit. Lit a fire up under my ass. Let's do this, guys. Let's beat this level. This is the Super Bowl of the ball levels. It's not. I live tweeted a Super Bowl plan, a Super Bowl fan fiction earlier. That doesn't go there. You're putting the round object into the square peg. Literally. I live tweeted my coverage of the Super Bowl today. And I believe it may have been much more entertaining than the Super Bowl. In fact, I would guarantee it. All I'm gonna say is humanity is doomed because the plant monsters won the Super Bowl today. Look at me being topical with all this Super Bowl talk. I do not remember how you get up there unless I'm jumping off the ball. No. Yes. No. Is there anything else in the room? Yeah, there is. After this level, after I'm done with this level, I might have to start doing practice or dry runs or something. Just because this is the kind of game that I could get really screwed up on if I'm trying to play it from memory. We don't need that ball up here. No, that's not the one. There's the secret. Yeah, if I'm trying to do this all from memory, I'm bound to get really screwed up, and no one wants that. I am forbidden to scribe, for I am a slave. Yet I speak. The masters work us night and day in the mechanical labor palace. There is no sky for us. Interesting that there is a mechanical labor palace. Mechanical. Only the fires from the world light our grievances. The air is dank with ash and poisonous to our bodies. The soil is hard and cuts at our flesh. Those who die are rolled down the fiery shores and replaced. Wondering if the plague is responsible for the mummy enemies, or if the mummy enemies are the former dead slave laborers, or what. Not remembering what's down this passageway, if anything. It seems long and important, though. Everything that's long is important. I've been listening to a lot of the Attitude Era podcast. And there's a bit where, can I not drop down? That's very odd. Where in the hell? I'm not supposed to be here yet. And, oh god, mummies. Mummies and exploding balls. Are they proximity based? They're not. Mummy doesn't want... Hey, Mummy, what's up? I was saying, there was a time where Triple H was doing commentary, and China's over at the Spanish announce table doing commentary in Spanish, and JR turns to Triple H. This is like 1997 or something. And he's like, China, so what do you think they're talking about over there? And Triple H busts out racism immediately, and he's like, I don't know, they want to go to Taco Bell's, they want to get tacos or something. And it doesn't end there. Like, Triple H on commentary is this mix of racism and hilarious awkwardness. It's just incredible. Because the next thing that JR asks him is, Triple H, are you bilingual? And he responds immediately, just like that. That's the wrong direction. I'm by a lot of things, JR. Lingual isn't one of them. And there's this long, amazing, awkward pause, followed by JR going, you didn't mean to say that, did you? And Triple H, there's another short, awkward pause, and Triple H is just like, no, I did not. Oh, if you don't listen to the Attitude Era podcast, please do yourself a favor and listen to it. This is Lava Room? Yeah. Yeah, there's a really good quote in that podcast where they're talking about the Undertaker. The same Undertaker who hung the Big Boss Man, crucified people, and tried to embalm Stone Cold alive in his storyline. He was once called the conscience of the WWF. And there's a great quote from the podcast where they're like, you can't be the conscience of the company and still call yourself the Lord of Darkness and the Reaper of Wayward Souls. Put some English on that ball, it looked like. Yeah, I want to say I need to do this first before I do that puzzle back there. Oh yeah, because I need a block from this room to, I think, power the elevator. I'm kind of impressed that I'm doing this by memory. I mean, I normally don't toot my horn like that, but... yeah, do I need to make another leap on the ball? I'll try it out anyway. Oh, I can't even get up there, so no, the answer is no. Hit the player switch, and... I think that might just release the magnet? Alright, so clearly I once again need to get up on the ball. Yeah, don't want to toot my horn, but I'm doing this all from memory and blah 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 blah. Forget how to do the puzzle. Incredible. I'm relying perhaps too much on memory and not just basic-ass problem-solving skills. Ah, I see what the trick would be. The trick is to grab the ball over here. That switch activates that magnet. Now, we can hopefully make this leap. It's a dicey one. There we go. We can get up there. Just be a little bit careful with that platforming. And go all the way around. Pick this nice big block up. Now, on the way back, we will deactivate the magnet. And the whole way through, we come dragging this stupid-ass block to the beginning of this area. And up the ramp, over the hill, and to grandmother's house we go. Oh god. Pushing this fucker uphill is so stupid. You can charge the thing up all the way, and it still doesn't make that much progress uphill. Torture puzzle at that point. Do. The last two times I've sat down to record the... oh no, I'm getting stuck. Just like the block. The last two times I sat down to record the ball, I have forgotten to set my boom mic up, so... apologies if in this and the last episode that went up, you heard the sounds of mechanical keyboard clicking. The sounds of a mechanical keyboard going clickety-clack are heavenly to me and to the person who actually is doing the typing, but the way it picks up on the mic, especially with that boom, that pop sound, have to imagine that's a little bit annoying. Sorry, I'll try to cut as much of that out as possible, but now we can ride the elevator up. Oh wait, do we have to wait for it to go back down? Yeah. Have a long wait until that happens. Do twiddling thumbs. This is reminding me of how much I miss the Mass Effect 1 elevators, which were gratuitously long loading screens, basically, except you just had kind of sometimes charming conversations with your squad members and shipmates while the loading screen was going on, so it was kind of a cool way to disguise the loading, but no such thing here. No such thing at all. Is this the end of the level? I don't remember it coming this soon. Oh, don't rotate like that. Nope, still got more puzzles. Oh, right. Remember I mentioned something about a labyrinth puzzle coming up and something involving lava? This is not quite it yet, but this one is kind of... not my favorite. Oh, I'm happy you took that swipe at me. I meant to knock him down by fully charging up the left click attack. Where's the next mummy at? I don't remember where the mummies spawn from. Oh, they spawn from the floor. So you just want to sacrifice each and every one of them. That will keep the switch held down. Just get to each corner. You do this 4 times in total. It's mostly just about timing. It's pretty lenient, though. Mostly, though, it's just waiting for the mummies to pop up. So we'll wait for them. I don't think that quite releases the ball from the magnet just yet, but we'll... I timed that very poorly. I'll try and knock him on his ass. And then... No! It still missed the damn magnet? Oh, and I'm not getting enough time to fully charge it. There! Finally! Was there a little ball switch on that? Every single time I've said the word ball in this, and I've said it a lot, I come back to that story I told about the dad giving his daughters the sex talk, or some bizarro, twisted version of it in Vegas, where he's just like, you want to know how you can tell if a guy has real big balls? Oh no! He jumps into lava, that's how you can tell if he has big balls? Please tell me that didn't start me where oh. And he's like, he's talking to his daughters really awkwardly right next to me on a bench at the MGM. He's like, you know how you can tell if a guy has real big balls? And some dude walks by completely oblivious to the crazy ass conversation that's unfolding as he passes by. And he's like, that guy? And he points at him. And he's like, that's that guy? You see him? Like grapefruits. Like grapefruits. More first-person platforming. Wonderful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I did not bring the ball with me as I was supposed to. Because remember, the ball does not track properly. So... back to this middle room. You know, I remembered this room as a little bit of a... Oh, the ball is way down there, I guess. I remembered this room as being more of a labyrinth, but it's more of just a hub with 4 sides, and it's a matter of tediously dragging the ball with you around every corner and making sure it stays with you every step of the way, and there are a lot of corners for it to take, so... Yeah, this is definitely not a perfect game, but it's still incredibly underappreciated. Very minor flaws, to be honest. Just things that can get a little bit annoying. Some things that are not strictly necessary. But for the scope of it and what it tries to accomplish and how inventive it is, it absolutely deserves a lot of credit. That's why I still get excited about playing this. And it... what adds to that mystique a little bit of it being just such a cool little indie game is it came totally out of nowhere. At least, maybe that's not fair to say because it was a winner of the Make Something Unreal contest. So it had to have been a little bit established and around for a little bit in that prototyping phase, but for it to just kind of come out and be this good, really, really cool. I appreciate the hell out of it. I think there's only one more area like this. I thought it was a 4-way intersection hub. I guess it's not. That might have been it. No, this is going back towards the entrance, so... Unless... I'm trying to think of what else to do here, because... Maybe there was one more path that I somehow missed. Because I'm assuming that these go down once you have hit all of the switches, so... Did I do that? Did I do this on both sides? Yeah, I think that... Oh, okay. Yeah, how am I doing that? Unless... Yeah, I'll leave that there. And then, can I round this corner and go left? And try to kind of pull it towards me from here? That would make the most sense to me. And now I'm going to go back and see if it actually tried to go straight through the wall to get to me. Yeah, I think these might just be what I missed. The ones that aren't, like, directly accessible. Yeah, that was the trick to doing those. So then it... Oh no, there's not another one like that on the opposite side. Okay, so it was just 3 ball switches I had to do. Unless I did one accidentally. Either way, that's the trick for that. Now we will make sure it goes through this junction correctly. It's not doing that right now. It's trying to get stuck. Trying its damnedest. Okay, so we have another situation where we don't have the ball directly accessible to us to crush the mummy, but we have environmental kills this time, which makes this not so bad as the last time we were separated from the ball, or the last couple times. Especially that magnet puzzle room from last episode. How many mummies must I sacrifice? I thought it was only 2. Apparently, mummies never want to end. Alright, now that that column is finally blocking the way and the magnet is deactivated, we can finally bring the ball back along the track on the ceiling, and it will finally fall through that hole, and we finally get to retrieve the ball. It's been quite a while since we've had it. Since we've entered this room, basically. And now what we do once the ball is in our possession... I don't strictly remember the answer to that question. Does the ball even fit through here? No, it does. That's not the right way. I'm really not sure where we're taking the ball. Because we've solved all of this. Is it out here? Yeah. God, this area looks so brilliant. You know, the Unreal Engine, games on the Unreal Engine get criticized a lot for having kind of a samey art style, and while you can definitely look at the ball and immediately recognize that it's an Unreal game, there's something distinct about the way Unreal games look. But the thing is, you kind of get the sense that people criticize Unreal games a lot for having samey art styles and all looking the same, kind of homogeneous. The ball has such a distinct atmosphere and look to it that it really goes to show that it's doing a lot with the engine, which, again, you have to give it credit for the ambition. Anyway, though, that's going to do it for that, and we will come back once again. We are drawing closer towards the end of the game. I think I called that level the 3/5 mark. I forgot there's the Teotl II, and I think there's another part 2 of a different level coming up later, so we might be a little bit closer to half. Still, though, we're making significant progress now and speeding things along. Next episode, we will tackle this level, which is Teotl 2. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.